Thank you for joining us.
Girl, and we're gonna keep it rolling.
Welcome to.
Oh, whatever you want to say about that. Yeah, come on.
Welcome to our third episode, Stank Hoe of Hoeing Shit, Apple Pie Pockets.
Nay.
Okay. And we are so excited that you guys are here again to join us. So we're going to be talking about Stank Hoe baby mama drama. Not the babies, but the drama that comes with dating. Yeah. And so we have a couple people up here who have experienced either having boyfriends or relationships with kids or having their own little stinkers. Yeah, I love your daughter. Yeah. Anywho, so yeah.
But before we get into that, I have a question for you.
Bitch is sweating.
Listen, everybody keeps asking me what the fuck apple pie is.
She right there on the spot.
Oh my god! I mean, you feel like so, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying. I could be saying like her pussy is good or something.
Oh my god, it might be.
Maybe we should wait until when we talk about sex on the other episode.
But if her name has nothing to do with sex, then
what does it have to do?
Terrible shame.
I'm just letting
it has something to do with sex.
That's keeps asking me.
Okay, so I was high in the drive-thru at McDonald's with my best friend.
I knew it was McDonald's.
And we used to get apple pies, and we used to get fries and dip it in the ice cream cones.
Mm-hmm. When they had the machine.
Like, yes, when it be working. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, apple pie? This would be a dope-ass name because I love apple pie. Pockets. I have a pocket. Yes. So then I was like, fucking apple pie pockets.
Okay.
But then, the double entendre was safe for the sex show.
Hey, I knew it.
Well, I'm glad that we got that out there so y'all can stop asking me what it means because I don't know. But now we all know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways. So yes, sliding on to the next topic.
Yes. Okay, so speaking of apple pies and pockets, T.I. is all up in his daughter's apple pie pocket.
Okay, for the topic of the week.
I mean,
so.
How you feel about it?
Because I was just about to ask you how you feel.
Listen, my mother would never be in the doctor with me like that. My father certainly would not. My father is he's very hands-on. He's always been. But anything that has to do with my body as a woman, completely hands-off.
That would be the perfect parenting situation for a father and a daughter. Even if it gets uncomfortable, you make it to where she's in control of her own body. There's no way you should be attending appointments or be even in appointments of body parts that you don't even have.
Right. Taking her to the appointment, fine.
Yes.
Waiting outside in that lobby, fine. Not asking no questions of her doctor about her body, even better. The fact that you think that you have the right to make sure your daughter's a virgin, she can have sex whenever she feels like having sex.
Some women don't even have hymens.
Right.
The
that
devil's advocate on this. What if it was a condition of you're gonna stay in my house if you?
That's not how that works.
That's not a healthy relationship with your daughter. She's gonna hide stuff from you. She's gonna start fearing you in a different kind of way. If you educate her, if you got your son out there running around and you're pumping him up and your daughter's watching this. And
the daughter who's older than the son, that you're like...
She's getting the impression, I can't come to you. You favor your son, first of all, more than me. So you're shutting me down that way. And then on top of that, you're not really understanding my body. Not all women have hymens. And some women can break their hymens riding a horse with tampons. I didn't have a hymen. But,
because I'm pretty sure...
I tried a couple times.
I'm pretty sure the first time I had sex, a nigga can reach the hymen.
But I think it's all about just...
So done.
If you raise your child, you should be raising your child to be a responsible adult and human being. And you're telling me at the age of 18 you don't trust me? Like,
what did you do?
But I don't even know if y'all saw. There was a video posted of Reginae, Zanique, and Deja. They were on vacation, and I'm like, you can already tell she's not the type of girl that's out here doing whatever the fuck she want to do like that. Because in the video, like Reginae is like twerking and having a good, and she just kept getting the camera like, what is this? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is going on? Like she's good on her own. She doesn't need all of that extra. My father would never.
It shows the father did a good job, and you just and you have to let her go at one point. It shows you instilled something in her, and you trust her, and she needs to learn trust from a man at some point, and that would be the perfect time to do it. So she's trusting of the right man in the future. That can
And when that time comes, or like whether it's something that she really wanted to do or she didn't want to do, she needs to feel comfortable in whatever decision she made. Like, I feel like, okay, if she did go out and have sex, she would not tell her father, and she wouldn't feel comfortable saying, like, this really bad experience happened to me because I thought I loved this person, and it wasn't, you know, like, it wasn't that. My dad don't know nothing about sex. I don't think he knew we were having sex until my sister came out pregnant. But even still, like, it's just not his business.
And then again, maybe she getting done in the butt.
Why did I see a comment that said that I was crying? I hollered.
She could be sucking dick. She could be doing all the extra other stuff.
You know, youngins are
she
creative,
can be getting her PL'd all day, every day.
Yes.
And then she probably did that morning before she went to the doctor and was like, okay, but
it's intact. It's intact.
But wait, was he in the room? Like, you in the room with your daughter, spread eagle, like just
based off the.
But you know what? A pap smear hurts. And that shit is not.
I'm thinking is like she's continually going through this every year. When she first of all,
she don't even need to go
to 3 years.
Yeah, and if she's not even having sex, so like, why is she going so often? And yeah, that shit is painful as fuck. I literally, if I have to go get a pap smear, I'm not doing shit else the rest of the day. Because that shit is so intrusive and it's just violating. That shit hurts, and you're forcing, like, you're doing it because you're like, oh, well, I just want to make sure she's not having sex, but you're torturing her at the same time. That is not a fun day. Don't nobody be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the doctor and get a pap smear.
Okay, I've never seen nobody say.
No.
That's a really good point.
No, and them doctors be trying to talk. Bitch, don't talk to me right now.
Just get the shit done.
Just do what you gotta do.
Just a little insight to you guys, if you know the experience of what a pap smear is, that you seem to be so excited about women running in there and go get it, about your daughters doing it. It's not a nice experience.
No, it is like somebody
you guys don't
taking.
even go get prostates.
Yeah, stick it in and then
it's like somebody taking like a pitchfork, sticking it up in there and going like,
let's look inside the shit.
Yes, like literally, you're spreading this shit. A whole baby can come out at this point. How far do you spread that shit? No.
So yes, we will mention our drink of the day.
Oh
yeah, what is this? I'm sipping on it and I'm like, it's a new one. Man.
But look how I got that shit to float though.
Yes.
Mine's not floating no more because
Mine still is.
Yes.
It's like wine, whiskey. The recipe is below, so don't forget to check it out. We want to see like your little post on it, how you make your drinks. This one was tricky and she perfected it.
Yes.
So show us a picture of the drinks that you made.
Yes.
All I know is I don't drink dark liquor, so I forgive me for anything that I say towards the end of this video.
That's okay. This is a natural space for Black women to be accepted, open, listened to. That's the key word. Unconditionally loved. We're here just to talk and get a lot of you guys' feedback. But remember, listening is key.
Okay,
So.
it really is. Listening before you start with the typing and shit. I don't know if you're typing live, but listen first and then come back.
Yes, but we see you. We do, and we love you, and we answer all your questions and comments. So
I don't,
but
I'll be up in the comments. And don't be commenting just to be trying to start these shows really good. Because I'm with all the shit.
So she's with all, like real life.
Yeah,
so
but this drink does taste like a Stank Hoe though, so I'm glad that I paired those. It is a little stink. I'm trying to get to the bottom.
But mine is
look, your wine is going real fast, so you're gonna get to the good part soon.
Oh my god, it's so damn good. Like the bourbon has a bitterness.
None of that yet.
I can taste it mixed up, so it needs some of the bitterness.
Yeah, y'all might want to use straws.
Oh yes,
Because we love turtles. That's why we don't have straws.
Well, that's Seattle, Washington for you. That's how you know you're in Seattle. when your straws melt and shit. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, so like sidebar before we get into it. My brother really hates this whole straw situation, right? So I was like, hey, I'm gonna stop at Jack in the Box. Do you want me to get you a shake or whatever? He's like, yeah. So, you know, I always gotta get 3-piece egg roll with an Oreo shake. That's just my thing.
That's bomb.
Right? Just the combination of it all. So I have my little shake and I'm like, all of a sudden, the straw, like I can't get no more out of my shake because that straw dissolved in my damn shake. My brother was pissed. He was getting ready to I was like, I'm just gonna just drink it out the cup. But I was like,
oh my god.
I mean, can we keep the regular straws for the shakes? And then the drinks we can, I don't know. We gotta figure that shit out. But them paper straws don't work for a thick ass milkshake. It's not gonna work.
That is hilarious. So, the topic of the day is dating with children.
Yes.
And so we're going to have a couple questions for dating with children and then also dating men with children. So,
yes. And that baby mama
That's
drama.
right.
Oh,
the
my
baby mama.
favorite.
You know what? And I am a baby mama.
Do you bring drama?
Do I bring drama? Let's continue watching this show. Am I that baby mama? I don't know.
So okay.
Yes.
So like for Kay, since you do have a child, you know, dating with children, are there any challenges that you faced or experienced?
Damn, we gonna go right into
I'm
it.
because I'm so curious.
Yeah, like is
I'm
it
so
hard?
With me? I guess it's not hard. It's for me. It's just like I'm a really straightforward person, and if someone asks me on a date, and I guess I use it as an excuse. I got my kid. I can't go nowhere. Oh, I got my daughter. No, I can't go nowhere. Oh, you free to go out to eat? I got my daughter. I can't even do it. So it's more of I like having that as an excuse rather than.
Well, that's good. That's a good. I mean,
Like,
it is.
and then obviously other times I'll be like, nah, I'm not even attracted to you. I'm not about to go nowhere.
So of course they know that you
Everybody's
have a child,
Mhm.
but I'm assuming they don't always meet your child. Like, how do you? When's the go for that? Like
for them meeting my child,
Mm-hmm.
nobody gets to meet my child.
But do you ever let anyone?
Well,
But I mean, we'll keep in mind you're kind of new to dating with a child.
yeah. So it's only
yeah.
I've only been single for a year. So let's keep that in the front of people's mind too. But
It's true, but it happens at different paces.
But I have had men meet my child, but it's not like in a dating sense. For example, and this is like a side note for when you do have children, men will use your kids to try to get like in with you. Oh, how's your daughter doing? Nigga, you don't know my kid.
Right.
What kind of shit does your daughter like? Nah, we're not even about to do that. How's your daughter doing? Nah, we're not even about to go down that road. I was in a bind where I needed to have a dresser moved from my truck, a big ass dresser moved from my truck. And I wasn't talking to this guy, but he was my friend. Had him come over here. My daughter was here to help me move it from downstairs all the way upstairs to my room or whatever. And then he's like talking to my daughter or whatever. My daughter is real good with like, she's 5 by the way.
She don't fuck with me.
She's,
so I already know she's
real good with like.
This is the Matilda teacher. She don't play like.
Cause she know you don't play that shit.
Yeah.
That's why.
She be trying to get away with stuff.
Yeah. And she know me and
like you don't fix her ass some popcorn for breakfast.
Yeah. And you didn't even realize it.
I seen it at the corner of my eye. I knew you were busy. I was just trying to be.
No, like you need to.
He's like,
but she's real good with like filling out energy or whatever, and she don't fuck with you. She not gonna speak to you. She gonna shut completely down. So she wasn't feeling that guy. So, but what he does the next day on social media is like,
oh no.
He gonna comment on I posted a picture of my daughter. Oh, that's my best friend.
Oh,
or whatever.
See,
and so I deleted the comment, didn't address it at first.
Right.
He did it again when I posted another picture of her with me and her or whatever. And I'm like, look, my daughter don't even fuck with you.
That's
like
causing so much potential.
My daughter don't even, cause it's like, who's looking at that? Whatever. You putting it out for why do you want the world to know that you know my daughter?
Right.
So that's the challenge or whatever. Cause niggas think that, oh, if the kid like me, if I make her think that I'll fuck with her kid, then she'll fuck with me. No, nigga, it don't work that way. Cause Because I ended up blocking him.
Absolutely. It's the opposite effect.
No.
It almost sounds, it's almost like harassment or like a pervy, weird thing.
Yeah, like
when it should be building a relationship with you first to get through, and then your daughter will come.
Exactly.
Once you get the trust with the mother. But that's insane.
Yeah, because I'm, no. And it was my mistake to have my daughter around this.
That's not a mistake. You needed furniture moved.
Yeah,
y'all
and
were
I thought
in
we
here.
were friends.
I'm like, unless y'all were in here humping on the couch.
On the furniture.
Right, then I don't know. But like, if it's strictly like, I need a favor as a friend, you're offering to help me with this. I mean, anybody's children can be in the house at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he took advantage of that situation and tried to run with it. And
there's boundaries.
And every nigga that I have talked to has thought that, oh, I'm gonna try to talk about your daughter or whatever to try to get in with you. But it don't work that way.
No,
it's a turn on.
I keep people's children like not necessarily like at bay, but like if I can sense that we're not really going any further, I'm not going to constantly ask about your children and stuff. Even if I am genuinely interested, but I'm not sensing that you're wanting us to, like, for me to ever meet your children.
Right,
so we can just kind of keep it.
You can feel people's energy and actions. And like, if I should move forward with this, if not, why? Building a bond with a kid is totally different than the parent. The kid is innocent, pure. You should never ever try to like in any way, unless you have strong intentions, build a relationship with a kid, because you can really mess them up. So entertaining a kid, and it's already a red flag when you start acting like that in the beginning. It should really be about the mother and being a good support system for her.
Right.
So yes, you made a really good point, like with how men try to use like your daughter or your kid to get through to you, and I think that they need to know, like playing like devil's advocate or opposite, they need to know better tips or tricks to get through to women, because that's not a good way, but they are probably having good intentions when they're trying to use something close to you, because men will use like your best friend, and like your mother, how's Mama Duke's doing? Let me see her again.
Yeah, except I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, you're right.
Or they try to hit your sweet spot to get good with you, and what they don't know is that with kids there's a line. There's a pure innocence with kids.
Yes, because kids don't have the wherewithal to make their own decisions, like rational, smart decisions, as far as like. That's a huge decision about like who you let into your life. Children don't know that. Children, for the most part, are like friends with everybody. Like everybody's good. But this is stranger motherfucking danger.
Yeah.
So like no.
So I agree so much with you.
Like my daughter is the most important thing in my life. Nothing else matters or whatever. As long as my daughter is good, then that's it. But if you're just some random guy or whatever, and you're just trying to talk to me, focus on me. I feel like whoever,
that's tips.
Whoever I am fucking with, whoever I am getting to know, I feel like I have good judgment. So whoever I'm messing around with, or whoever I want to be in a relationship with, I feel like I have good judgment enough to where that person is gonna be good for my daughter or whatever. Like a second person in her life, because she already has a dad. Absolutely. Like I'm not looking for a father figure, and that's why I tell these niggas, like, you want to talk to me, my daughter already has a dad. She don't need no stepdad, she don't need nobody, she don't need another father figure, because as much shit as I talk about him, he's a good ass dad, and he's always been there for her.
That's something, but good baby mothers get props when it's due.
And I will say that they have a bond that I will never try to like
love that
fuck up. So like we can have all of our fucking issues or whatever, but I never take away from him being a bomb ass dad.
The thing about when I have dated men with children, I like the older men, so their children are typically older as well. So I never really thought about it as like, well, I'm gonna be their stepmom or anything like that, because look, bitch, I'm 30. Your oldest child is 18. I'm not her stepmom. Like, there's no way that that's gonna happen. But I was always curious, like, what if I did meet somebody who had younger children? Like, what's the dynamic with that? Like, I know for me, like, my stepmom has been in our lives since we were young, like, as long as I can remember. And I don't feel like she ever overstepped that boundary. I think like if we were all out in public, because she has her own children and my dad has his, she would just obviously introduce us as her children. Like, these are my kids, blah, 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 blah. But like, she was never like, I'm disciplining you, I'm doing that. I think the only time that she kind of stepped in with discipline was like, my dad was in the military and he was overseas a lot. And there was a time where my brother lived at my dad's house. So I think that's the only time she stepped in to discipline my brother, perhaps, maybe. Yeah. I don't even know, I'm not even speaking facts. But like, she never did that with my sister and I.
Absolutely.
And, you know, like, of course, we went through, like, a whole change because we were teenagers and shit was happening in her life and shit was happening in our lives. And we were like, I can't stand that bitch. I don't like her anymore. But, like, even still to this day, like, holidays come around, like, Mother's Day, she gets a card. Like, she took, she's another mom. Like, she didn't have to do that. She didn't have, like, she could have very well been like, I married your father.
Those ain't my kids.
Absolutely.
And that's that.
But I feel like if I'm going to choose someone I'm going to be with, I want them, she has a dad or whatever, but I still want them to, I want that man to be another, like.
Just another figure. For the, like my dad and my stepbrothers have a really good relationship, but it's never been, like they call him by his name, we call her by her name. And we don't call her mom or anything like that. Like, it's never been like overstepped, like, well, I'm the man of the house, I'm your father now because I'm here. It's like, no, that's still your mother. What you're not going to do is disrespect your mother in front of me.
Absolutely.
But
as long as the two parents are on one accord. And they teach the kids to follow through. Because I had a stepmom and, a stepdad, and my mom picked a really good man for a stepdad. But back in the day, things, were just real old school, got rowdy. They fought a couple times before they had an understanding that my stepdad was a great father figure. Like, he taught us, he was single, 29 I think at the time with no kids, and married a woman with 4. And ended up doing construction and ended up changing our lives. It was a great experience. But on the other hand, like having a stepmom, it was really tough at first. And like, it was hard for me seeing my dad with a new woman, just being that kid. And also, like my mom, she told me one time, that's not your mom, you don't have to go listen to her. And she was saying it like, I'm your mother. Her intent was saying, I'm your mother. Don't ever forget that when you go there, if you ever feel uncomfortable with things that she says, remember that I'm your mother. You don't have to listen to what she says in that aspect. But I'm a kid, I go take it to the 10.
Right, like, bitch, I don't have to listen to you. My mama said
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
I had no cavities, but I was one of them badass kids, so I was like, I gotta listen to you. So, guess what? I got home after my stepmom told my mom that. And I got my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped because I went there and I disrespected her, and that's not the type of not listening she was talking about.
Yes, you took that shit the wrong way.
But you know what? I also like the fact that your stepmom called your mom.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
There was, that open communication and all of that good stuff. And it doesn't necessarily have to be. Like, some people don't get along with their exes, and that's fine. Just don't bring, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody that has children, if y'all got drama, don't bring me into that drama. If y'all two want to work out however you co-parent and you leave me out of it, that's fine. So long as if we
that way,
but if we live together,
for different situations it can.
But to a certain extent, I'm saying if we're dating.
Okay,
that's
different.
not. But if we're deciding that, okay, we want to move this relationship forward, we want to get married, we want to move in with each other. Okay, I need these children to know that you and I are together, and I'm not going to discipline your children, but they're not going to disrespect me either. And whatever their mama.
I'm gonna tell you a story about that in my ex-relationship.
What, girl?
Oh, you can go.
Well, I'm just like, whatever their mama is saying, that bitch can get it too if she really wants to. But I said, John. We all just sit down like adults and just figure this shit out.
That's right, queen.
Though.
Oh,
I mean,
shots fired.
Hey. All I know, I'm sitting over here thinking how much I want to reveal.
No, this is such a good question
because you was on one last week.
Side note, y'all, I got in trouble and I lost a couple of hoes from the last episode, so make sure you go watch Situation Ships. See what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah.
there's an appropriate time or any time that you should talk, like to your kid about the new person, or the new person and introduce them to your kid? Like, how do you feel about that?
Like, if I'm talking to someone, and when is it okay to introduce that man to my child?
And how do you do it?
You know what? It's a loaded question, because it's like,
Have you ever did it?
girl, not on purpose. Anyways, I feel like there's no time limit. Like, I mean, there is a time limit, but it's like when you know that that's the man that you have, it has to be going somewhere. I'm not bringing my daughter around. I'm not bringing my daughter around temporary men. If you're not gonna be in my life, I'm not introducing you to my child. My child's gonna be in my life forever. I need to know that you're gonna be there, you know, for the long term. Like, it's about to be you. Even if we're just like, we're dating or whatever, and I know we're about to be friends forever, like, we need to have something established. Because I don't want to be with this one guy and I introduce him to my daughter.
Listen, because the child will keep asking.
Yes. They will.
What happened to so-and-so?
Yes. You know, and those are facts. My daughter has a good ass memory. She will bring up shit from like a year ago. Like, even she keep asking about Amber.
I know, that's why I started laughing just now, because I'm like, she's kidding.
Like,
she was like, is that Amber calling your phone? How do you know my sister?
And then, like, this is a side note, like, I had a babysitter that was watching Leah. Leah asked about that babysitter for a year. And I had a year. Like, my daughter, when she's attached to someone.
She didn't ask for me, and she ran for me at the door, though.
Anyways.
Wow, she don't even know my name. Dang.
My daughter is 5 years old, and she's too young to be like, I can't have my daughter around multiple men.
Absolutely.
So if you don't have a commitment to me, whether it's a friendship or you're gonna be my man or whatever, then I can't have you around my child.
Absolutely.
Because having I've only been single for a year, have her around like 4 or 5 men. Oh yeah, I'm really a hoe. But I'm not a hoe.
She will be a hoe though. If you do like I'm saying.
Yes, I gotta protect my
kids.
daughter's energy too. And on top of that, my daughter is a snitch. My daughter will go back and tell whoever, everybody else, whatever. Oh, my mommy had shut the fuck up.
So while you're there, while we're like on that topic, do you discuss this with the other parent? Is it that's an answer.
My life is my life. So whatever, like, me and her dad, we had our time. So I feel like anything I do outside of that is none of his business. If it's affecting her, then yes, we need to talk about it. But if I want to go out on this date, or if I want to talk to this guy, whatever, if I'm talking to this guy and I feel like it's a serious relationship, I'm not. What do I need to tell him for? That's my business.
So go ahead.
Well, in my experience dating somebody with a kid, I actually went to school with his baby's mom, and so I thought we were going to be cool. And so this is coming from somebody who's coming outside, dating someone who has kids, and they're trying to approach it in the right situation or
right.
Do
we want that relationship
with her? Because in a sense, I feel like
not?
out of respect, if I'm around your kid, you need to know that I respect your kid. The kid's in a safe place. If there's an emergency, I can help get your kid.
Yes, feel free to call
so
me.
I'm supportive about it. So
that
it depends.
sounds
But there's
good.
not a lot of women out here in Seattle who are very grown about and mature about those type of situations.
Yeah.
So me and her did bump heads in the beginning, but when it came to when she had an understanding that I'm like you about your kid, I view your kid like my own, and I trust and respect you as the mother, and there's no overstepping that boundary.
Right.
I think we had mutual communication, and it was, I never had no baby mama drama after that. In the beginning though, I thought we was cool because we went to school together. I didn't even know we went to school together. And I thought we was cool. She turned around, walked away because my ex thought it would be a good idea to have a meeting. And so we met at like Starbucks, and she was already getting married to some guy, Jamaican, you know, who she found on the boat. And then she
found on the boat.
So wait, and then so then I thought we had a great meeting and everything, and we hugged, and she walked away, and I walked away. And next thing you know, it was like text after text after text, just bam, 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 you know, I have that around my kid, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, at some point, you know what, you're going to have to respect that me and him are building a serious relationship, and I'm going to be around your kid. And we were building a serious relationship. We were together for 6 years. We exchanged keys. We were going to get married. All kinds of stuff was going to take place. So after she saw that I wasn't going nowhere and that I'm not going to engage in arguments with you, I'm definitely not going to put my hands on you because you're the mother of his kid, and I'm not going to ever expose that kid to that, then she started respecting me. Because at some point you have to respect somebody that serious and mature. But if it's somebody way outlandish, disrespectful.
See, and that's the thing. Why wouldn't you want somebody to come in that would want to nurture your child and take care of your child in a safe space, in a safe way, not in like an intrusive way, not like, I mean, I would never, like my stepmom never took me to like doctor's appointments or anything like that, but like we would have girls' night, the boys would have boys' night, blah, 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 whatever. But like, it was like my mom felt safe enough leaving us in the care of my stepmom, which she should. Like, why would that be a problem for you?
Exactly.
Now, if I found out that this woman was like abusive to my child or talking down to my child and speaking to my child in a way that I don't want people to speak to my child, then of course we would have an issue, and I would certainly have an issue with my ex-man if you're allowing somebody to treat our child in a way that we did not raise our child.
Absolutely.
Like, that's just not gonna happen.
And vice versa.
Like I cuss a lot. But if I'm dating somebody,
I'm raising my hand.
if I'm dating somebody with children, I'm not gonna be cussing around their child like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he's like, oh, we don't talk like that around our kid, then I'm gonna just have to not talk like that around the kid until we get
respectful.
until we get married.
Because
You in my
about
house.
to hear all kind of motherfucking
Because if you
bullshit.
listen, but I'm saying if you in my house, then you just have to get used to that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so all that is fine and dandy, but let me
Yes,
tell you
yeah,
about
that.
some real ass experience.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my story, so, and it's something that I'm currently kind of going through.
Wow.
So, a year ago, I separated from my ex-husband or whatever. Then, maybe a couple months later, he got into a relationship with another woman. Never told me directly. I found out through my daughter. You know, feed her information to come back into me, which is fine, whatever. I don't feel no type of way about it or whatever. But now, it's a year later, and I still have not met her. And I've asked multiple times.
Yeah, especially
Like,
if they having children
yes.
together. Like, come on now.
Bitch, I never told nobody that.
Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you literally just said that.
No.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Lily, we can or it could have been speaking hypothetically.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Good job.
Actually, you know, I don't give a fuck because it's still part of my story. You want to be around my child.
Yeah.
The bitch has. Wait.
The woman.
The woman.
The
I
bitch.
have no.
The bitch until she comes woman to woman, Shirley.
Like, I don't have no feelings towards her, whatever. You're another woman going with someone that I used to be with, whatever. I don't have no problems with that. But you have a child, right? She has other kids, whatever. You have another child or whatever. But you don't want to meet me.
I shouldn't be
You
getting
don't
my
wanna be
information from a 5-year-old.
Oh my God. That's
Like, you don't want to meet me woman to woman. I'm not that bitch that's going to be like with the baby mama drama, whatever. I'm solid. Like, I have, like, I'm going to always be in this man's life because of our child. You're about to have a child with them too.
Yes.
So it's like, you're always going to be there too. Why are we not on the same page?
Yeah.
You want to be you're around my daughter. You're another woman in my daughter's life, but you don't want to meet me what? Because you're scared? Because you think, because of whatever shit that he's telling you, you think I come with drama or whatever. Like, I just want to, like, look, if you ever need anything, bitch, I got you. Like, we're having kids.
They're not
Kids are the
looking
same
to
thing,
like the future.
Mhm.
Leah's gonna have plenty of graduations and things coming up. As a whole, you guys should be able to celebrate that together. She should be able to celebrate that with her stepmom and her stepmom's children. Like, you guys, they should all be able to be together.
And I'm sorry, I hate to interject because I'm curious. I want to know, at what point do you talk to the father?
I've talked to him. Like,
If he talks to her or something.
I've been communicating with him. If I need something, I'm right there. Like, if I need something, like, to be voiced or whatever, I don't hold my tongue. Like, I've learned not to do that. So I was like, I need to meet her. And it's just like, oh, we're going to... It doesn't need to be no long out, drawn out
For some
conversation.
reason, I've experienced that with men here.
I just need 5 minutes with her.
It's
I just want to like
so much
Well,
talk.
okay, well, if you say it like that, that's not like you want to fight. I just need 5 minutes with it. Don't say
No,
that.
I don't say that, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah, like
I
it
just
doesn't
want
have
to
to be
introduce myself. It's been
a whole
almost
production.
It's been almost a year. Like you moved on so fast. I'm not bitter about that. Whatever, do you? Because when I was done, when we were like officially done, I had already been done. So like,
because with a woman, she's done before you're even done.
Yeah. So like, I was already done. So like, if you really want to go back, I was done for a year and a half. But I built up the courage to leave. But anyway, that's another thing. But it's like, if you want to move on that fast or whatever, fine. You want to go and be with this woman, that's fine. But every major thing that's happened in his life, he hasn't directly told me. Yeah. It's always come from my daughter. Yeah. So it's like,
and she shouldn't be put in that type of
position.
Yeah. I'm at home just chilling or whatever, and then she goes, Mommy, I'm about to have a kid. I'm about to have a brother or a sister. And I was like, and for me, I'm just like, oh, that's great news,
Leah, to her,
because I want to keep that same energy with my daughter. She doesn't need to know that I feel a certain type of way or whatever. And nigga, I don't. Do you? Like I got my own shit going on over here. You have your shit going over there. But if you wanted me to know, why didn't you
respect me enough
just
to
tell me?
It shows in certain situations where fathers have abducted their kids and moved off after divorce.
He will go to jail
and moved off. No,
no, I'm so serious.
We know.
Okay, so that's what my question was. I want to know because were they taking them off to Mexico or Canada or somewhere where they came from? And like, I want to know, like, seriously, do you ever like, if that's the case, have that worry, like, if you don't know who your kid's around with, who she is. Does he have the capability of taking the kid, or just anything?
He could, and yeah, like I said, he'd go to jail.
Yeah. I feel like, obviously I don't know nothing about laws or children or divorce or whatever, but I feel like the parenting plan should change situationally. If you are getting married to a new person or you're having a child with a new person, then we need to all go back to court. Like, we all need to be, this woman needs to be on paper of some sort. Like, I need to know how to contact her in the case that I cannot contact him.
It took me a whole year, or almost a year, to even get the bitches.
The nice young lady.
You know what? And I will say something positive.
She's not a nice young lady either.
If he's with her, and he has her around my daughter, then I would trust his judgment that he wouldn't put my daughter, our daughter, in harm's way. So
just make it simple. Whatever your name is, ex-husband. If you're putting that trust into him and you know that he's gonna have somebody decent around your child, just give up the information.
Exactly. But she's not comfortable.
Why wouldn't she be?
Exactly. If you have,
and that's the thing.
My thing is, if you have a child of your own, and say the shoe was on the, like, wouldn't you want to know where your child is at? Because I'm a mother, you're a mother. Like, wouldn't you want to know where your child is at?
Is he communicating that to her?
Or is he just saying she's not comfortable and he hasn't even had that conversation with her?
Because he's probably telling her that I'm toxic and I'm not
good. In my case, like in my experience, he communicated with me and I kept pushing for it. And sometimes even on her part, she should be pushing for it as a mother. She should know your feelings and your sentiments about it anyway. And so even though he was uncomfortable about it, I pushed for it. I said, this needs to be done. This needs to be an open conversation. Eventually he reached out to her and we had a meeting. And so sometimes guys feel like lying or hiding things, or it's from each partner is saving them from something. Which is really putting you in a bigger hole for no reason.
Men see all this conflict and drama in their head that don't even exist.
Exactly, because I've always said, look, I'm not trying to create any drama. I don't need any drama in my life. I already have enough fucking with my own shit. I'm not trying to create.
Hey, you have drama?
Bitch, shut the fuck up. All I know is I'm not trying. In our last episode, we talked about situationship. get into a relationship, I don't want to come with all that baggage of baby daddy drama and baby mama drama. I want to make sure all that shit is clear before, because I don't want to bring another man into the situation. That shit is gonna just make it worse.
Yes.
So it's like, I want to clear up all that stuff. So nigga, I hope you watching this fucking episode.
Okay, can we sit down? Can we
Yes.
sit down and can we all just talk?
Yes.
Can
Can we have
get
a guest
along?
on our show?
Yes.
Dr.
Both of
Phillips.
us. Both of
Yes.
us. Come on the
Yes.
show.
Bitch, we got some space
We
right there for
will
you.
not ambush you, I promise.
Yes,
I am the mediator. In case y'all couldn't
Yeah, she
tell.
don't play.
Because I'm
She-
pretty
she
sure
don't
you're watching anyway. Look,
She's by the
you
book.
know what? You just gave me your number. I might send your ass the link. Because she not going to.
Oh shit. You have her number.
I have her number.
Okay,
Can we call her? Like,
Yes.
on the show?
Wait, let me go get my number.
Crazy.
Hi, my name is Casey. We have a mutual nigga that we, I had him.
Meanwhile, the music's playing in the background leading up to this bomb ass hook.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Can we talk for a minute? I need a refill. Can I get a refill?
I thought you wasn't gonna be drinking no whiskey.
I didn't know.
But
I
you
didn't
drink
know.
that. You drink that whiskey.
When that
whole
wine
week.
started mixing with the whiskey, I was like, shit, I might need to have Glenn in here for some in-house drinks.
Okay.
yes, that was good.
Okay.
It was good.
But listen, when y'all start subscribing to YouTube and shit, we finna hire a bartender.
Yeah, and
His,
then bitch gonna come over here refilling drinks.
Yes! Yes! I'ma just be like,
Yeah. Double shot. Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
my God. So I'm cracking up. So, okay, so I want to know, so is it yay or nay to dating with dating, period, with kids? Either like a man with kids or, I mean, it's a yay for you because you're still dating with kids.
No,
Right,
because
I mean,
You have to live your life.
I have to live my life. I have needs.
Mm-hmm.
I got needs.
You got
girl. So yeah, I don't have to have my daughter around men or whatever. And if I have a man around my daughter, it's because I completely trust him.
But would you date a man with kids?
I would, and I have. They've been older. Okay.
The
I like
kids
older
older
niggas.
than men.
Like
Okay,
she
then
said, yeah, like she said, like, and then on top of that, as a nice little note, I want more kids. So if I have more kids now, and I date an older guy who has kids that are teenage years, they can babysit. It's like it's like a win-win situation.
It is, seriously. Especially, what if they don't want to though?
Well, look, you can
Well,
take they ain't got a choice.
they do have a choice.
No.
Because listen, my younger
have a
sister
choice,
is 10 years younger than I am. And we're just now able to have like a sister relationship because I was her mom. And I'm like, I don't like that shit. So give them babies a choice.
Well, I mean, you're not going to be dropping them off every week and popping it. Like, I mean, you're going to make, even if it is dropping it.
With her
every
dad,
week.
I will.
With the new child's dad. Just to be clear, people.
Oh,
Not the old child's dad.
no, because fuck the old child. I'm just kidding.
But for
Hey.
me, I'm not dating nobody else with kids.
No.
It's
Why?
too much of an emotional attachment for me. It's too, because I'm such a kid person. Like, I want a hella kids, and I've been through so many traumatic, like, things having kids or trying to have kids or whatever. So if I get in a relationship with a male, my first intent is to, and he has kids, is to make sure I respect the kids first, honestly. Like, I'm gonna love him regardless, but I'm gonna really be tiptoeing around like my relationship with the kids, because if I lose them, like, it's traumatic for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even think of it that way.
It was extremely traumatic, and you know what? My ex would use his kids as a pawn to get back to me.
Oh no,
and it would be
man.
that's
so
it gets emotional for me even thinking about
People
it.
using their kid in any type of way
It's so
is not
disturbing
cool.
to me.
Yeah.
It's mentally disturbing to me. And like, I have a question about, like, and you could be a phenomenal parent, but when you do that to me, it makes me really question your character.
Yeah.
And like, being that you know that that's something that is a trigger for me or that hurts me, then you really don't care about me. You don't care about me, or even like, and I know you love your kid. I see how you are with your kid, but do you really care about your kid? Because Ooh, so
well,
kids
because you're also putting your children in the middle of a toxic relationship.
Absolutely.
If they're like, okay, well, one day she's here and we're having a great time and blah blah blah, and then I don't see her for a month, and now the child is like, okay, I built a wall with your ass because I don't know if you're gonna be here or not permanently.
Oh my God.
So just like no, I don't know. I've dated men with children before, but like I've said before, I've never really had a serious relationship with anyone. So it never got to the point of me meeting their children, because I don't let nobody meet my family. Nobody's ever met my family before. The one time I did meet, I did meet the child, but this was like my very first relationship. But I was really young. Listen, that drink takes a long time to make, and I don't have no extra. So before I leave, I can make y'all some and go on about my minute.
Let her. This drink that went all the way straight to my fucking liver. Wait a minute.
I know that's why I didn't do it to me. I ate two McMuffins.
Okay, well, all I was gonna say was the nigga's child was really young, but at the same time I was young, and so I didn't ask no questions about nothing. Come to find out 3 years later, his other girlfriend hit me up talking about he had a whole relationship with the baby mama still in her and all of us. And I was just like, damn, you really had me around your child knowing good and well you had everybody around your child at the same time.
Such a good point is where you, oh my God.
Because these niggas ain't shit. Next episode. Niggas ain't shit.
And I don't know if it's like, I'm gonna throw up Seattle niggas.
But we should do a Seattle's niggas.
Because men I've seen from other men do it though. Maybe it's just men. Like, don't have multiple women around your kids. Do not do that. You don't understand the trauma that does to your kid.
Child.
Seriously, it's not even about making the other women jealous or what it's gonna do for the. It's your child's psychic that's gonna grow up all fucked up because you can expose them to all these different toxic, traumatic relationships and individuals that they can't trust or they don't know. Don't do it. Just please don't do it.
And then the child will be like, so you got this, so as a woman or whatever, so you have this dude over this on a Monday and you have this dude on a Tuesday, and the child is just like, hey, you know, so-and-so was just here. Are you still
okay, luckily that little girl was like 3, so she was still, learning her words, but I'm pretty sure when she hit 5 or whatever, she was telling all types of business.
No, because my daughter is 5 and she will get you caught up. Yes.
Oh my God.
For example, I'm on the phone talking to this guy or whatever, just cupcaking and stuff.
Yeah, because you are sweet.
I'm a very sweet angel. She was like, Mommy, are you talking to Bleep? And I'm
then they bust you up quicker than your friends.
And I'm like, I'm gonna have to call you back. But we never talked again. He was like, nah, I can't even do it.
Oh, she's slick.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. I thought your little ass was asleep.
Leah be on me.
Yeah. And you can't talk around your daughter or your son or whatever, especially the daughters. You can't be talking around them because even if she's over there playing with her toys and stuff, and playing with her toys, she's still listening. She still will listen. And then she'll bring it up a week later. She'll bring it up a week later.
They'll kind of be looking down at the corner of their eye.
Yes. No, my daughter is sneaky.
Like,
let me live. Look, Mama gotta have a life too.
Mama gets some bill money.
Hey.
Bill money.
Hey. Okay, hold please. Okay, so right now we're gonna take a drink break.
I'm not fixing no drink right now.
Oh well,
She is
have your zoom ins. And keep up at night. You do so good. Keep your face and keep your attitude.
No, I said no. But I do need to know what time it is though.
You know for sure.
No.
Remember when Diana Ross did that at the
Like you haven't wanted to know.
So wrapping up,
Yes.
thank you guys for tuning in. Is there any last words, any last sentiments, topics, ideas that you want to talk about on dating with baby mama drama?
Or just dating with men, period. Or
Dating with
children.
Children.
Dating with children. Dating, period.
I don't really have anything else to say because I don't really know.
Well, I do.
Girl.
I will date a man with children. And the reason why I would date a man with children because I don't want no first time parent around my child. I already have a child, so
Okay.
you kind of need to have some
That
experience
part.
because it's like, oh, I'm good with kids. That's all fine and dandy, but you need to be good with your own kids.
Yeah.
Because how you gonna be around my child and you ain't even taking care of your own kids? Like, do you
But you
have
know
kids?
what?
Are you taking care of the kids?
So that is something I
Yeah.
did want to touch on. Men who are not active in their children's life, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Nigga, bye.
Because I know what it's like to have a very active and present father, even though my parents have been divorced since. So if you can't make time for your own child because you mad at their mama,
Then yes.
bye. I
It
don't
says
want.
a lot.
You're right. Because what kind of if we can't even get into an argument because I don't trust your judgment and I don't trust that you know how to come up with a solution.
What are your priorities? Your kids
Yeah.
should be your number
Always.
one priority, making sure that they're good. How you trying to build some shit with me and you not even taking
You're not even building with your children
Yes.
that you birthed.
Yes.
Well, you ain't birthed them, but you helped
Yes.
conceive these children,
Yes.
and you're not building a relationship with them, but you're trying to build a relationship with me.
Exactly.
Or better yet,
No.
be a father to your kid
No.
and
you're-
not their own kid.
Yeah, no.
No.
You're not about to be playing stepdaddy.
Mm-mm.
First of all,
And women-
disclaimer. Disclaimer. I'm taking stepdaddy applications, so we're gonna have a link to the in the description. But I'm not a hoe though.
Listen, okay, but she was just complaining about losing a whole bunch of hoes last week,
But I'm
so
not
now
a hoe.
she go, look girl, you just dropping.
I know, right?
Oh, but we picking them up.
No, I got some side hoes.
My
but I still-
equilibrium has just been like this. Ain't nobody yay or nay on my ass. They just like,
Yeah.
that bitch in the middle.
Yeah, so that's number one. If you're not taking care of your kids, then we can't. And then the
No.
other thing was,
And if you're a woman enabling that,
No.
you need
Because listen, if I
therapy,
know that
like,
this
you
is
need
your
some
weekend
help,
with your
like,
child and you trying to kick it with me all weekend, where the fuck is your kids at?
man.
They better have something else planned before
Mhm.
you, because I'm not doing that shit. Go spend time with your kids.
Exactly.
I can wait.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or what
I don't
about-
want to, but I can.
Oh, but what about those
That's a
girls?
woman.
I don't even want to know about. What about them hoes? That baby, you can come over. My child's asleep, and they ain't never met him before. What about them?
Well, there are men hoes like that. So why can't women be hoes like that?
I don't know.
If-
No,
as long as
if the
the-
child is asleep, then shit. Do you?
Sometimes the kids don't go to sleep.
Sometimes.
You can't get no goddamn sleep.
Sometimes, because you gotta be quiet and your face gotta be in the pillow.
You gotta get it how you live.
Quiet. Be quiet. Okay, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to. I had a flashback.
You okay, Mom?
No, that door gonna be locked. But I'm not.
I'm like, yes, go
I'm not a hoe.
Yes. But the other thing that I wanted to say, if my child is around you, then nigga, you better act right.
Your best behavior.
Yes, exactly. That's all I had to say, I think.
All right, good, because my drink is kicking in and I'm ready to go.
She always wants to leave.
She said she gotta go eat.
That's okay. Me and Kay about to smoke after the break.
Hey.
Okay.
Because the first episode, you look like you hated us.
I knew she loved it. I knew it in my heart. Not that way she looked at me now.
Oh, did you see the part where I zoomed in and she was like,
I watched it.
But that had nothing to do with her.
I know, but so blame Kay for our editing. So when we argue and shit like that, like episodes down the line, talking about when you talk about us, oh, that's the bitch, that's this and that. Blame Kay. Just
First
like
of all,
VH1 in their terrible ass editing.
all I know
making
is
us look like we're fighting because we're all best friends. Okay.
But wait till we get that reality show though, because in my confessional,
we're gonna be fighting.
In my confessional, I will be like this dumb.
all I know is I don't like none of you bitches in real life.
First of all, I don't know none of y'all bitches in real life, so we can start
I'm
there.
silently crying. I don't even know why they're treating me like a stepchild. I love these guys.
Oh look, but y'all saw that I wore my bracelet
I
because
did.
look what happened, guys. I think it's broken for all this time.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Look how it's protruding on this side,
Oh.
and you can feel it. Feel this side, like you feel nothing here, right?
Oh,
and then you.
A moment.
You don't see that my hand is going this way?
A moment of silence for Nays.
We
Riz.
did.
I need to fix it because I have a bay now.
Hey.
Oh wow! Did she just
on the show? Wait, was that the plug? Wait, we plugging Bay now. Okay.
Speaking of plug,
Yes.
if you have any businesses,
Yes.
any restaurants, anything
Yes.
entrepreneurship that you would like
Services.
to be services, hair, anything that you would like featured on our show, we do have a 15-minute segment for the plug. So please email us at butimnotahoethough
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com. Subject line, the plug.
Yes. And we will feature you on our segment. So please, we are anxious to feature people. So
Yes, and we would
let's
love to like just one, talk about your product or your service, but number two, like if y'all want to come on the show and do your own plug for your own business, that's a whole opportunity in itself.
Yeah, it's a $5,000 fee.
Shit.
I'm just joking. Do we outplug? Because if we don't, I'm about to plug myself.
No, but go ahead and plug yourself.
Okay, so
Why not?
just joking. I have an event coming up on November 15th. It's called Litty in the City.
Yes.
I know we've been talking about Seattle niggas ain't shit, but this ain't
We
about.
haven't though.
Oh,
Not
well,
yet,
the
not
nigga
yet.
I was talking about, he was born and raised in Seattle. So baby mama drama. Well, I mean, baby daddy drama. Anyway, because I'm solid for the most part.
Girl, plug your
Well, you should
This is
have
why we have
No,
names.
she said that there was like 4 shots in here.
There was.
And then I had another shot on top.
So
of
it's
that.
already Litty in the city.
Hey,
Carrying us all the way to the event.
So it's a Litty in the City trap and paint. So
Okay.
it's gonna be music,
Yeah.
painting, bomb drinks.
I should come.
Yes,
I think
No,
I'll
seriously,
come.
I wanna come.
Can I come for free though?
I mean,
She is the plug and she be plugging the plug.
okay, so I mean, we can work something out. The tickets are
I will
$40.
feature you on our show.
Oh, okay. Oh,
If I can come to your show for free.
it's just our show. How you gonna say our show?
But you said, I'm interested. I'm sorry.
See, like I
actually
wrote
wrote
me in. Anyways, the tickets are $30. It includes all paint supplies, instructions, canvases, and we're almost sold out. I mean, what am I saying? We're. You can get your tickets at ladiespaintnight.com, but it is co-ed, so you can bring your nigga.
Oh, fun!
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're painting the Seattle skyline,
Oh,
so,
cute.
because, Litty in the city.
Okay, great. Because I have a question for you after we shut this shit off. About that.
Okay, so, okay, bye.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Hoeing Shit. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube.
The most important part
Yes.
is subscribing.
Subscribe to YouTube.
subscribe.
Like the videos. Comment on the videos on YouTube.
We want to hear from you.
On
Like,
YouTube.
Yes. Are you okay with dating men with children? Or are you okay?
Or
we
women
want
with
questions.
children. Yes. Yes. Also, like Miss Apple Pie said, show us your dream. I'm tired of looking at this light though, because I see green lights everywhere.
Wait, one more thing. I might have lost a couple of hoes, but my main hoe's still here.
I'm so done. He ain't after this shit, so.
Oh, hey boo. Hey babe.
All right.